Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
Live from the Tony Wallow Studios, it's the Ken Stout Live Show featuring the Zoom homies, produced by LK Productions. Hello, everyone. It's 11 o'clock. Sorry about being late. I can't control people and showing up to work late. And wow, the clocks look a lot like the Zoom. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, you got a nice infinity thing going on there.
Yeah, I see that. This is probably just the beginning of many things going wrong tonight.
Oh, you
What
got
are you eating, Josh?
You really had to say that?
Isn't that standard operating procedure?
For me, it seems like anymore it is. Yes.
I just about didn't join. I'm so aggravated.
So I apologize. I thought that I would be back by 10:45. Clearly that went wrong. I don't want to schedule it for 11. That's just too late. And never mind. This is what I need right there. That will get me through the night. Oh, she's not working, by the way. She's home. But tomorrow night it would have been fine. I said, get your ass out and walk to work. I don't care. Anyway, how's everybody's, what's today, Thursday? Oh, yeah, the Masters Open today.
I just figured it out. You're streaming right now.
Yeah, yes, that's the whole point of, I'll bring everybody in.
Nothing gets past him.
A second ago, there was no sound from YouTube.
Right, there should be sound from both Zoom and from the microphone, me as well.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't say hell.
Yes, we're family friendly. We don't want any of that kind of language on here. We want to use the hecky poo darn or shucky poo darn or whatever.
Caramba.
Yeah.
I love this. Tony says normal. I keep reminding him there's nothing normal about what goes on here. Yeah, normal.
No, clearly this is not a normal channel. And I know John Alloy Sr. is with us because before I had to reboot my system, he said in chat he was going to join us. So I'm going to go ahead and make this full screen and see what that does over on the stream. And it makes a slight little bit of a difference. Not much. but slight. So we'll leave it like that. And I can read chat, so we're good. So by a show of hand, and if you didn't watch it, that's fine. How many people watched the 10 o'clock premiere before the scheduled 10:45 live stream?
I was surprised to see it, so I caught it kind of late.
Yeah, I caught your telling of it too.
I was out buying Easter stuff for the grandkids, so I'll watch it later.
I just wondered because for those that did watch it, and thank you very much, what do you think of the concept of doing a short 15, 25, 40-minute premiere before the live stream?
I don't know. I fell asleep 10 minutes into it.
Yes, I saw you were there, actually. I was like, this cannot be Great Guy. Surely he's been hacked. This is not.
I came in on the end and I did my best to distract you.
So the end, did you see the part where I figured out how you can actually draw the box and leave the box there?
Yeah, but then you pull the plug and we don't know how it's done.
There's got to be a part 2, doesn't there?
Oh my God.
The story
It's like
continues.
it's like John Wick.
Here's
Yes,
what
it
you need,
is.
Ken.
Do what, Jeff?
Here's what you need instead of coffee.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not even going to drink coffee tonight. That's just
Oh, no, I'm just giving you a hard time. I know you don't do that anymore.
No, when she works overnight, I do drink about 2 cups of coffee to help me get through. But
No, I meant the beer.
oh no, the alcohol. No, I don't. Although the way today's going, I might as well start. Be like the guy in the airplane. I picked the wrong day to quit doing whatever it was he picked to quit doing that day.
There were several of them.
Oh yeah, well, drinking, smoking, swearing,
I went down the road to the store for lunch today. It's about 5 miles away. It's just a country store, and this man was in there. I ain't gonna say nothing about somebody with no teeth because I ain't got no teeth either. But he didn't have no teeth, and he telling them, "If I'd known y'all had my beer, I wouldn't have got me some breakfast." I was thinking, you gonna drink beer for breakfast?
There are people who do. We usually call them alcoholics.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack.
A beer for breakfast and one for dessert.
Yeah. That's that is true. So Williams kind of got a strange background going on. When he moves, it kind of, I don't quite figure out how that's doing that.
Delves in the background.
My background is to indicate you should not tell me any secrets.
Are those? I thought those were. So those are beans spilling the beans. Okay,
Yes,
got it.
that's spilling the beans.
Got it.
William's camera cannot figure out what the foreground object is that it should focus on. That device in front of him or him himself.
Thank you, Speak Camera. I'm glad to see Jim's here. I did watch the video you recommended, and I was impressed with the camera until the $300-ish price tag.
Oh yeah, and yeah. Don't get me wrong. Wasn't saying it was cheap. I'm contemplating it.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
on the list.
yeah. It impressed me. I didn't know Jay 2 Cents played the guitar until the other day.
Was that 360 link or whatever?
Yes.
Yeah, the one we talked about last night.
Yeah.
I still can't remember the name of it. Brian, you're right. I kind of should have showed how that was, but full disclosure, I shut off the feature that allowed me to do that earlier, so I didn't exactly know how I got it back on.
You
So-
read the manual?
No, I turned your camera off, Josh, because you're eating.
Okay. Bye.
That's why I asked you to turn it back on. So yeah, I read the manual. Took me a while because I had to translate it from Chinese to English. But yeah. No,
I thought he was being a good boy and did that himself.
well, yeah. Because if
You
he
should've
started
called
eating
me.
again,
I
I was.
could've- You should have called me. I could have translated that for you.
I did call you. I got your voicemail.
I haven't checked my voicemail.
Yeah, it's full. So
That's worse than not having your voicemail set up. To me, having your voicemail full is worse than not having your voicemail set up at all.
I can't stand people that don't clean out their voicemail. I think that's lazy.
this is coming from Josh Kinder.
Keeps my voicemails.
Waiting
Give
room,
me a message.
Josh.
I've been looking for a way to disable my voicemail.
Just turn it off. Can you not just shut voicemail on and off?
No,
No,
you can't. You
I
can't.
don't think so.
Not if you're using your provider's voicemail. You cannot. You
You can neglect
Almost-
to set it up in the first place.
But once you set it up,
I-
but once you set it up, there's no way to undo it that I know of.
Unless you change your number.
I wouldn't make a statement like that because every provider has different policies and procedures. Maybe most of them don't do that. I never tried, but I would imagine there's some that will allow you to disable it. I don't know. It's not worth trying.
I just don't like people calling and just leaving short messages like "call me back." I mean, if I see your number, I'm gonna call you back.
On your iPhone to
If I know
deactivate
'em.
I
on your
like it when my wife calls me and she doesn't say anything.
That too.
yeah.
People do
I
that.
get a lot of them.
So on
I'll
your
have to make a note, Chris. Call Chris and say hi.
yeah, really. You should. So, did Doug mention anything? Oh, he didn't do a stream today. Maybe tomorrow. So I won't go into there because he watches this and I don't want to remind him. So to deactivate your iPhone voicemail, open the phone on the app, go to the keypad, type in hashtag 004 hashtag and dial. You'll see you'll see a setting deactivation successfully message for all
Hold on a minute.
voicemail.
Right away now. Do what now, Ken?
It's a code. You have to type in a code in your dial pad.
So
Hold on
for
a minute. Tell
for
me
your-
that code again.
for
1,
your
2, 3, 4.
for your iPhone, if you have the iPhone, it's hashtag or shift 3 004 and then shift 3. I will drop this in
Hold
chat.
on. How do you do shift 3? Hashtag?
Push it. Yeah, well, the hashtag. Some people, if you say hashtag, they don't have any idea
That's
what you're
pound,
talking about.
Us old timers.
Or the pound sign.
Pound
Yeah.
sign, the pound sign.
It says for some.
I always call it the tic-tac-toe game.
Or that. Yeah. I mean,
now.
now we'll go say tonight we're going to discuss how many ways can we define hashtag.
Yeah, mine says error performing request, unknown error.
You have an iPhone or an Android?
iPhone.
I haven't tried it. I posted it.
Okay.
Must be provider specific.
Doesn't say. Okay, so read what I just posted on the Zoom chat and YouTube chat. It says nothing about specific providers. It says to deactivate, follow these steps. That one's on me. Next one, you're going to the waiting room.
Okay. It says setting erasure succeeded. Voicemail forwarding all conditional calls. Setting erasure whatever. Erasure. What kind of word is that? Succeeded. Data call forwarding all conditional calls. Setting. It keeps saying that over and over. It just says that over and over.
Call forwarding is if somebody calls your number, that's going to ring a different number. You don't want that.
I know. I didn't. This is all it's saying. I mean, it's not saying anything else.
So it
Yeah,
just
the
says
option
setting
to
erasure succeeded voicemail call forwarding all conditional calls. I probably just erased all my voicemails, so now I'm gonna have to turn it back on. Which Tony said the same thing I just said. Now I got to figure out how to turn it back on.
Just you should be able to just go to your dial pad and just hold down number 1. That's the voicemail key on.
Is that for AT&T or is that for Androids
That's
or is
for
that
everybody. It's generic. If you hold down number 1 on your dial pad, it should bring you to your voicemail.
All right.
All right, y'all, hold on a minute. I'm gonna call my phone from Google Voice.
Everybody's got their phones in hand except Greg and everyone and Jim, and everybody's trying this.
I'm the only
No,
one.
Let
that
me
calls-
make this.
I'm just
Yeah.
looking for instructions.
I got bigger fish to fry.
Oh, I hear
Um,
you. I
I
hear you.
actually have. Have it set up so that all my calls are forwarded to my. All my voicemail calls are forwarded to my Google voicemail. But I actually have both voicemails set up in case the phone decides to go crappy on me, and then the voicemails can still go through to the actual phone voicemail because I have problems. I've had problems with that in the past.
It didn't disable it, but I'm not worried about it tonight.
No
I
big
guess
deal.
I-
I just wondered. I don't get much voicemail. So, what fish are you frying tonight, Jim?
Crappie, catfish, brim.
No. Just I have bigger concerns than whether or not my voicemail is on or off.
I was just listening to my voicemail that I never knew I had.
Yeah, when I finally activated mine, I had way too many voicemails in there, and I just went delete, 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 delete. Didn't even listen to them. I could be a multimillionaire for all I know. Who knows?
You missed the one from the guy in Africa that was going to send you $1 million.
No, that one I did listen to.
Can my project for however long it takes me, see if this will switch over. There we go.
What you got there, Jim?
You see all of this here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. These are 35 millimeter stuff that I have here.
Ooh.
That all I all want to get scanned in.
No, negatives. Yeah.
Yep.
Negatives prints themselves if the negatives are too far gone. Oh, and by the way, that's not all of it. There's some more. There's some more.
There's a lot of work there.
Yes,
there
there
is.
is.
A lot of
Ken,
freaking work.
Ken, just one more on the voicemail thing. Cricket says to do the same thing you told me, but it don't do. Well, this isn't Cricket. Stupid. I typed in Cricket.
Hey, Jim,
Yes.
before I forget, I know you were talking about getting a scanner, a device that can handle that. Buy yourself a set of cotton gloves to handle those negatives because your oily fingerprints will show up on the image. Even if you try to hold it by the edges, you're going to get some fingerprints on it somewhere.
It looks like off to his left side, he's already got an apparatus to put the slides in to digitize them. Isn't
Right.
that what that frame is?
Yep.
Yes.
He's got 2 pieces of candy where one of them has already been eaten.
1920.
Got a dead fly right there by his keyboard. I don't know if he's noticed that yet or not.
Put your finger on the sticky candy when you can't hang on to the negatives.
Yeah, really.
There's a white cotton gloves.
Uh-oh.
You know what I mean.
You got one. You got 2 loose there.
Got a runner.
Well,
yes, I know.
one of them's in a little envelope of its own.
Glassine.
9,
The glassine envelopes.
30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. And however, these loose ones here is probably a 37. So there's 37. Most of these rolls were 36 exposure rolls.
1,296 images.
So, can you pick up and show the little apparatus that's right in front of your left hand?
You mean this thing right here?
Yes. So, are there 2 different ways you can do the slides, or is there only one way to do the slides?
These are negatives.
Oh,
These are actual 35 millimeter slides.
Oh,
2-inch by 2-inch slide. Yeah.
okay. So I follow you. And then I'm going to go out on a limb here and say you already have a machine or a printer or something similar to scan. these with? Since you have that part?
Well, let me switch back over to the other camera. 1 second. There we go.
Oh, that's what that big black thing is you got your negative sitting on.
That's right. That's
See.
exactly right.
Hey, boo-boo. I'm not
I
like
have an
your average
announcement
bear.
to make.
Is that a new one you just bought?
Yes.
Well, great. We're going to have a hardware demonstration here tonight.
That was my next question is,
No, we are not.
are
no,
you
we are
going
not.
to live stream this?
No, I'm not going to do that either.
Why not?
Are you going to record it and edit it?
No, I'm not going to do that either.
Well, at least open up the lid or whatever it's got.
Don't we take that bandage off?
I want to see how that holder mechanism fits.
Oh, you want to see that? Okay.
I'll spotlight you again.
That's easy enough. Hold on. Let me reposition the camera first.
Oh, and it comes with music. Speaking of which, thanks, guys. I'll be right back. I hit what I thought was the mute button, and I'm not muted.
Okay.
Oh, thank goodness. I obviously now I'm not, but I was referring to last night.
It's an Epson.
So anyway, that fits
into the lid. No, it fits
Here.
on there.
Fits on here.
Is that plastic?
Yeah, it's plastic.
Okay.
Does
That
the
fits
lid
on-
have a backlight that'll illuminate it?
Yes, it does.
Ah, there we go. Yep.
So
And that's important because
They are called transparencies, and you need to get the light through the image.
right.
oh,
It's like an overhead projector they had in the old days before they had computers and normal projectors, LCD projectors.
No, they had slide projectors.
Is that the one we were looking at the other night, Jim?
Yes.
And how much was that?
300.
That's a nice one.
Oh, I have an announcement to make, by the way.
Press
No problem.
one.
I outsmarted the waiting room.
no, you didn't. You didn't outsmart crap.
Uh-oh. You're flirting with danger here.
Well,
One.
There you
There
go.
we go. Didn't even get the 3.
Didn't even get two.
You, I assume, turned the waiting room back on.
Of course I did. I was running late and didn't have a chance to get it set up. And I don't know if when you guys join, you can set that up as not or not, because I don't know how that works. As far as the first person in the host until I get here.
No,
There was no host.
there
Oh,
was no host. You need the code to claim it.
We were discussing that before you got on. I said, how the hell did we all get on here if there's no host?
you were breaking up, but I don't know if it's your system or my system.
It was his.
Okay, now wait a minute.
It was mine. Yeah, I think a phone call came in here. When we got on, there was 4 or 6 of us in there, but none of us were the host.
I've often wondered how that works, but okay, that makes sense. I don't think I have the ability to say first one in is going to be the host. I don't know for sure.
No, you don't want to take that risk.
Oh gosh, no.
There
I
was
don't.
there was an option there for we could look at the participants panel, and down below there was a little box that said claim host. We had to type in a 6 to 14 digit number. So I tried all combinations and permutations, and I was unsuccessful.
So I got a quick question for Josh, if he's still with
Yeah.
us. Did you take your
I'm
Yeti to your aunt's today?
Yep, and it completely fried.
Did we not tell you that it was going to be completely fried?
Yep, you did, but I have to find out for myself.
Well, there's 2 reasons for that. 1, you're a man, and 2, you're a human, and you just don't believe what 75 years of experience tells you. Jim, I have a question for you. This is a first, by the way. I need to make up a little thing for when this happens again. We can hit a button and it goes da 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 da. This is a first. I actually have a message on my phone that says, Could you please ask Jim? I just turned XMP on and now my computer will not boot. So, Jim, the caller says, or the texter in this case says, he's turned on XMP and he can't boot his computer.
It won't post, or it tries to load and it crashes. That's my first question.
Well, I'm hoping this said person is watching the stream and can answer that question via text. Or maybe, he can't get on the stream because his computer won't come on. Okay, let me let Alex in.
That's the first question. The second question is,
Let Alex explain what he meant.
Yeah, I'm gonna reply. Hold on.
I have a question.
Excuse me.
I would ask it carefully and choose your words carefully.
Is this said person someone that is in the Zoom?
No, I don't think so.
So let me answer that question before I put you in the waiting room for at least 15 minutes. If the computer won't come on or boot, what do you think?
Go into the BIOS.
I didn't know if he was referring to the computer at his house since he's at his aunt's.
Is he still at his aunt's or is he back at the group home?
He's at his aunt's.
Oh, that I didn't know.
It's a valid question.
No, it's not. Did you not hear me say I got all my text? We'll see you in whatever the group decides. How's that sound?
No.
All those in favor?
No.
Hi.
It says will not boot, so will not post. What was the other part of that question?
It says, does it refuse to post? In other words, does he not get like a logo from the board manufacturer?
The splash screen?
Or is it that he tries to load Windows and Windows just blue screens?
That I don't know, and again, I apologize. I forgot to put the
Why did Alex ask that? 'Cause he could be watching on another system. I mean,
We don't know that it's Alex that's asking this.
No, it's not Alex. Actually, we do know who it is if we think about this for a minute.
If it
we have a winner in chat, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, I know who it is. Yep. Yep.
Yes, it is Sean. And if he's
gotta build
watching,
a new computer.
oops.
if he pulls a CMOS battery, let the CMOS clear and plug it back in, is it clear the settings back to the factory settings?
Load defaults.
Okay, so
That's if he can get into BIOS.
I just
If he
leave
can't
the
get
thing
into
on
BIOS,
him.
gotta
I'm just
clear the battery.
gonna break my will not post. He says yes.
Okay, so if it's not going to post, then he needs to clear the CMOS so that it'll reset back to non-XMP, and then the machine should boot.
and Jim says, leave it the hell alone.
Zinjak, can you please ask Josh a question for me? Can he play Fortnite with me tomorrow night at 7 so we can talk and have some fun if he's available? So I don't.
That's fine.
He says, yeah, that's fine. Anybody else want me to relay any questions via the phone or text or something?
Negative.
Can you order me some ice cream?
Sure, I'm ordering sweet rice from Amazon tonight that I hope and pray they don't have. What kind of ice cream would you like?
Rocky Road.
And by the way, if Sean, I don't know what board Sean is using, but typically if he's using the board I think he's using, there's probably a clear CMOS button on the back of the board.
It's a B550, I think it was, wasn't it?
I will
Yeah,
ask
still, it
him.
depends on which B550 it is. I don't
What's
think it's B550, quite
Well,
frankly.
Don't go staying up all night either.
You can always do it the
Oh, I'm
old-fashioned
sorry,
way
I
and just
have
take
to
the
go
battery
back.
out.
I thought it was a gigabyte B550, but I don't know.
No,
I'm-
I think
I'm not
my
sure.
guess is he's having issues with a brand new 7000 build that he's done, which is DDR5.
I believe it is his new build. I just asked him what's the board, and we have to give him a couple seconds to answer.
Yeah, no, I understand. My guess is that this is the new 7000 build, which he's using DDR5, which there are some issues depending on whose RAM it is, whether or not you can get XMP to work.
I think it was G skills that he put in there.
It was because he said he took that off of Kerry's recommendation. He showed us that last night, I believe.
He's doing AMD, right?
Yes.
Now, am I correct in thinking that traditionally AMD has been pickier about what memory it works with than Intel?
In the beginning, yes. As they progressed onto the 5000 series, it got a lot better.
Okay.
Now you're talking about an whole new platform. You're talking about
Oh, yeah.
you're talking about an AM5 socket, and the next
DDR5
generation.
memory and
Right. You're throwing a lot of stuff in there, and
yeah,
it's going to be fun.
I'm thinking my next build may be an AMD build. I'm not sure. It's going to be a while yet.
By then, they ought to have the bugs worked out of the new platform.
Well, this one here is running at, what is it, 6,000 speed? Yeah, 6,000 speed, which I believe is the XMP setting on it.
Alex, I accidentally muted you. I was trying to bring up my avatar. That's my fault. So I'll click on the ask to unmute button. Oh, you done it already.
So I learned something today while we was at the van place.
You can't drive?
If you're going to get the guy that works up there told us that if you're going to get a new Toyota, or I don't remember what other brand of van he said Toyota. If you're going to get a Toyota handicap accessible van, they're all hybrid. But there's still a couple models out there that are gas powered.
The answer to the motherboard is it's a Gigabyte Bravo 650.
650. That's
Yeah.
right.
That's still the
Here.
quote unquote. Okay. Ooh, hang on.
Alan, you getting a new wheelchair van?
We're not. We just paid off the one we've got. It's a
I know, but
2016.
those things are expensive.
It's a 2016.
They cost more than a regular van.
Well, I'm sure it does by the time you get all the additions on it for the handicap.
Okay, he's going to have to be a
Features.
little. He's going to have to be a little more specific. Gigabyte only shows me about 6 different B650 boards,
Okay.
so he's going to have to be precise as to which board it is.
We need a precise.
Because they have a B650M, 2 of them. There's a revision. There's a K and a
Motherboard
C.
There's
ID.
an Aorus Elite.
There's 2 Aoruses going on. There's a gaming 650 gaming. I mean, he's going to have to be a little more specific.
Well, I know the M after the number of the board is a micro ATX board.
Right. And there are 3 of those. There's the 650MK, 650MC, and 650M gaming.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a micro ATX.
Well, that leaves him
I
with
don't
the
know.
650E or the 650I.
Well, he put a water cooler in it per someone's suggestion. I think that was
Carry, wasn't it?
no, it was someone from here, but I don't remember.
Oh.
I don't remember who it was.
He was asking about water cooling. He asked me a question about it, and I have no experience with it.
I did.
And I didn't, as I do most of the time, write anything down. Oh, he sends me a picture. Here we go. We are a B650 Aorus Elite AX. Does that help?
Yep.
Aorus Elite AX. There we go. So that's okay. Assuming it's a revision 1. Let's go take a look.
I'm going to start a new channel called Remote Tech Support by Committee. Your host, Doug Betts.
Yeah, there you go.
2 pages here. So Wintermute's dropped 2-page link in the chat room.
Okay, support for AMD extended profiles for overclocking and extreme memory profile XMP memory modules.
Yeah, well, that's nothing new.
But the question is, says please refer to memory support list for more information. So maybe an issue with if he has something that's not in the list.
Now DDR5 runs what 4,000 MTS.
They've got
They've got it up to 7,200.
7,200 on it.
Yeah, I've seen some 7,200.
Yeah, the memory on this one on their spec goes from 4,400 to 6,666 overclocked.
That's a good number.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You know, that's why they didn't make processors when they were down before they got above 700 megahertz. I heard that they made 667 so it wouldn't be 666 because they had a 566 and then the next would have been 666.
Well, this is 4 sixes, 6666, not 666.
So I'm going through the link Wintermute posted. I'm trying to find Sean's board, and either oh, wait a minute. No, let me try this again. So in addition to tech support by committee, we will have a rotating host. It will not be alphabetical. It'll be a random number picked at a random whim of mine. And anyone that lives in the state of Arkansas probably will never be the host.
Well, I've got his gigabyte board up on my screen right now, but got to get through all the advertising BS.
You can share your screen and get through all the advertising.
Oh, why don't I just click on the word specification?
Yeah, that's where I'm looking.
Tony says 5. I think, is he saying the 5th? Okay, so Wintermute dropped another one. Clear CMOS, page 29. Let me open that one up.
Oh, he's looking at the manual probably.
Yeah, I was trying to look at it too, but
should ask him what's the memory that he has. What's the speed on it?
It's G-Skill Ripjaws. I remember him holding that up.
Yep.
Yeah, but does that come in different speeds or what?
They all do. They all come in different speeds.
Well, I know. Has he got 5,200? Has he got 6,000 or what?
I'm asking now. So
because I'm reading on Gigabyte, it says maxes out at 6,600 or no 6,666. You're right, 4 sixes.
Yep.
So if he's got some 7,200s, it's not going to work.
You support memory.
And you know what? For some reason, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I think for some reason the number 7,200 is sticking out in my mind.
Not supported.
The G-Skill 6600 supported. I don't see any 6666, but that might be with overclocking.
Yeah, the first thing he should be doing is to use the clear CMOS jumper on the board, get it back to factory, reset, make sure that it comes back up.
Yeah, I'm looking at the picture.
That's the very first thing he should be doing.
That have to move the battery if it doesn't have a jumper.
This one's got a jumper.
Right on the web page, it says support for AMD extended profiles for overclocking and extreme memory profile XMD memory modules.
The CMOS jumper resets BIOS back to default factory, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
It should at least at that point post. If it's not even posting, it's probably because it can't figure out what he's trying to do with the memory, or it doesn't like the XMP profile for whatever reason. Once he gets the thing, clears the CMOS, get it back to factory specs, and it posts, then he might be able to go in and manually start selecting speeds like kind of creep up to where the
Yeah, right.
specification is supposed to be.
Baby steps.
Yeah, baby
Yeah.
steps it and just, well, let's see. The default is, let's say, just for the sake of argument, the default is 4,800. If he tries to set it for 5,200, does the machine work correctly? Okay, fine. Then we might move it to 58, or you might move it to 6,000, see if it works there. If it suddenly stops booting or whatever the hell, then sorry, 58, 5,200 may be all you can get out of it.
The only memory that is supported for the 6666 speed is by Aorus itself.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
6600, there's a lot.
If it does not post after he resets CMOS, I would pull out, what's he got, 2 sticks of RAM?
Typically.
Or
Pull out 1 RAM stick and see what happens.
We have a surprise guest joining us. Well, it's been nice having tonight's stream. Thanks, everyone. I'm apologizing, and I can't stick around for Zoom because I got things to do. So, the surprise guest showed up at the most inopportune time. I'm sorry, Doug. We'll see you tomorrow night. Hey, Sean.
Well, never doing that shit again.
Remember, we're still streaming, and we are family friendly.
What happened? That's my first question. Is what speed did you try to set it to?
I tried to set it to 6,000. What the RAM that you told me to get was 6,000. But here's the thing: I have 2 32 gig chips in there, and I heard when you go to turn on XMP, I thought it was a joke, that sometimes if you have all 4 slots and they're full, that it won't work.
Oh, you have all 4 slots full?
Yeah, I bought 2 32 gig chips.
Well, then hello, yes, that's the problem. You're not going to be able to run it at the rated speed of the memory. You can try incrementally increasing the speed and see if it'll boot with, like, I don't know, what is it default to? 4,800?
Yep.
Okay, you could try to move it up to 5,200 and see if it'll post. But yeah, you've got 4 sticks. You were asking for trouble.
Well, the good news is you got it back, right?
Yeah.
Well, here's your 2 options. One, you can try and, like I said, incrementally increase it to from 48 to 5,200 and whatever the hell. Or if you want the 6,000, you're gonna have to lose 2 to the sticks. Those are your options.
Okay. Well, hey, Ken, you know how I said I ordered you a new the computer I'm going to send you. I ordered you the new CPU fan.
Yes.
Look, that is way too big for a CPU fan. What the hell did Size send me? What did they send me? What the hell?
They sent you a PWM, which is the detail control setting case fan.
It's a 140. Yeah.
140, yeah.
Yeah.
So what I did was I tore the Corsair fan I took out of the new build because I had to put the water because the water cooler's right there, the liquid cooler's right there, and then it's over there. So I couldn't put it up top because of that stupid 8-pin
EPS.
Yeah, the CPU things. So I couldn't put it up there. So I had to put it on the side, and I watched the video. They said it's perfectly good if you have it this way and have it on the pump like that. So I took the Corsair fan and put it in here. Oh, I got something else to show you. Look what else showed up today.
The hell are those? Are like little.
Oh, what are those? Optiplexes?
Yeah.
Like mini optiplexes or just?
Yeah. And all 3 of those solid state or the NVMe drives I got are in here, and now they have Windows 10 on them.
So those are the kind you can fasten on the back of a monitor, obviously.
And now I got a stack of Kingston 240, Crucial 240, and another Crucial 240 that were in there. So I took the 240s out and put a 500 gig NVMe One is going to be my streaming computer for my TV in my room, and then the other two I'm going to find out what to do with. Maybe send one to you, Ken, with a keyboard mouse. It came with a keyboard mouse. It came with a display to HDMI adapter and a Wi-Fi card. I'll send it to you, and you can give it to your friend or whatnot. I still have the boxes. You remember you told us about your friend?
Yep.
This is perfectly good for streaming the internet and stuff like that. So I'll probably, if you want.
Sean knew all there was to know about computers. He knew that there was NVMe drives, and he had some Kingston drives. After he said, "I only use Samsung drives."
I only use Samsung drives. That's why I took them out.
Just joking.
He's got more pieces and parts than a Micro Center.
Speaking of Micro Center, I got a picture to share later. I almost sent Alex a picture at 4:30 this morning.
Yeah, I had to use a screwdriver, and I had to take out the battery too.
Sean, put the screwdriver down. We're going to walk you down from this. Relax. Back away from the ledge. It's okay.
Whatever.
Whatever. At least you're smiling.
Then I had a problem activating Office last night, and so I gave them what I had, and they told me to send screenshots, and I'm like, dude, you have one of your best sellers, Kerry Holzman. He has a YouTube video, and he has these on his website, and they're like, okay, well, screenshot us what the error is saying and all that. And apparently that key that I bought was no good, so they sent me a brand new key, and it did work. So,
what version of Office did you get?
2019 Pro Plus.
Okay. Did you have to log in with a Microsoft account to activate it?
Nope.
You do with 2021.
Yeah, that's why I don't buy it.
You don't have to stay logged in. Once it's installed, you can log out of everything.
Then this one right here is the one that, if Ken wants it, I'll send it to him. It just has that GTX 680 in it, but it has 64 gigs of RAM and a 1 terabyte 980 Pro in it, and the Ryzen 5700X in it.
So, Jim, let me ask you a question about something you said a minute ago. If you have all of your slots full on a motherboard, it can be harder to get XMP to work?
Yes. And in some cases, if you have 4 RAM sticks in, the machine won't post at all.
That's weird because this
with XMP.
No, with or without XMP sometimes.
See, this Ryzen 7 5700X has all 4 slots, and XMP is enabled in it.
Yes, well, that's the older platform. That's the older platform.
Oh, okay.
You're talking about an AM4 socket versus an AM5 socket. They haven't worked all the bugs out for the AM5 socket yet.
Yeah.
And also, Jay's 2 cents had problems getting XMP to work on an Intel system with 4 sticks.
Yeah.
So it's a known issue.
It's interesting. I've got 4 sticks in mine, but it's not at its maximum memory capacity. It's at 64 and not 128.
Yes, but are you running a 13th gen Intel?
No, I'm running a 10th gen.
Well, that you're never going to have a problem. This is
okay. So you're saying this is with later CPUs.
This is with 13th gen that we're having issues, and also with the AM5 platform.
Right. Okay, I got you. Thank you.
It's so new that all the bugs haven't been worked out.
No, DDR5 is still maturing. It's not 100%.
That's why I'm not a fan of building something right now at the gate without it run for a few months or more.
Well, I had concerns when I built this thing whether or not XMP profile was going to work. Fortunately, it does, but I'm also only running 2 sticks, so I'm not that terribly concerned.
Well, I dropped a poll over in YouTube chat, and I see so far 67% are saying no. I'll have to look at the
I'm
whole
not
thing.
quite sure what you mean.
Okay, right now Zoom is taking the whole screen. I fitted to
Okay, you mean
screen.
on the stream, not in Zoom itself.
Oh no, on Zoom itself, you guys can set it to how you want.
That's what confused me.
Right now I have Zoom full screen on my monitor. I'm going to take it off full screen and I'm going to see what the effect is on YouTube. All right, that's different. In OBS, I went in and I said, fit the screen. Instead of having it windowed, if I come in here to OBS and I drag this down like, that's not, I hate OBS sometimes.
I keep telling you to try the new BS, but
If I come in here and grab it and shrink it down so I can put the clocks back in, that's windowed and it's reduced. Or I can right click on it and go transform, fit to screen, and it takes up the entire screen. Now, when it's windowed like this on Zoom itself, for me, that looks kind of funny. If I go back to full screen, that looks pretty good, I think. But apparently right now, 71% are saying no.
probably just we're used to the other way of you doing it with the clocks and everything.
Sure.
Old people like me are especially resistant to change.
So 29% say yes, 71% say no, and 7 people have voted. So I'll let it run a little bit longer. And then I'm going to do another poll probably tomorrow night. And I've got a feeling it's going to be about 90-10, 90 no, 10 yes. So I'll let that run a little bit longer and see how that goes.
The reason I didn't vote is I don't give a crap.
Yeah, I could add that option like Doug did, and I've got my avatar on because Mrs. K brought me a grilled cheese sandwich, and I'm in the process of eating that. And I don't want to be hypocritical and eat on my own stream after I put Josh's camera off because he was eating. That would be wrong. So Josh, you are you using your Yeti at your aunt's house right now? You're muted.
That's crazy. I updated the firmware on this little Dell PC and the BIOS corrupted. What the hell?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you don't have to get up close to the mic and say, yeah, I think so, because you're overwhelming then. So just stay where you're at and say, yes, I'm at my aunt's.
Yep, I'm at my aunt.
Still too close. Can you move? Is the mic on the desk or on a boom arm?
It's on a desk. Well, it's on a fan.
Okay.
Yep.
You might sit back in your chair just a little bit. Okay, now say something.
That better?
Yeah, it's better than what it was, but
Yep,
that's another stream. So your other Yeti was completely fried, right?
Yep.
And your new Yeti will be at your old group home or at the group home on Sunday?
Tomorrow.
Oh, I thought you said Sunday.
I thought I did too, but I got Amazon yesterday, and they said it can be delivered by tomorrow. So.
Oh, okay. So the other thing about, now we're up to 50. Uh-oh, we have some yeses catching up here. Oh, 44, 9 votes. So the other thing that's bad about when it's full screen like this, I'm going to highlight Sean. Let's pick on Sean Knight.
I think that I could just play that every Yeti out then.
Yeah, do what William suggested. Put it on eBay. I don't know, $20, $25, whatever's fair. And as is, does not work, has broken mini USB port. And I mean, that's as transparent as you can be. Oh, and I agree, shipper pays for, or the buyer pays for shipping. So once we get one more vote, and it's not going to make any bit of difference unless someone votes yes and 10 votes is 50-50.
Hang on here. Let me vote. Hang on. Let me find your stream again. I have to turn it off. Hang on.
Are you voting once or 17 times?
I'm only voting once.
So you have learned your lesson, huh?
I haven't voted more than once before. What are you talking about?
Oh, I remember a night when you gave me about 17 subscriptions, and we were all happy until the next day when they all went away. Maybe we should have done that while we weren't streaming live. I'm not sure. I have no idea who left.
Howard.
Oh.
Oh man, my guess went to no.
No, it didn't. It says it went to yes because it's 50-50.
Oh.
Which I with 9 votes, the next vote yes, it's going to split the vote. All right, I will end that poll, and we'll figure that out. Let's see here.
Hey, you know when you
I
highlight
guess you probably went to get ready for bed.
Yep. Hey, when you highlight me, you can't see the Zoom people. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Not on the stream. You cannot see the Zoom people.
You can see them on the Zoom.
Right. So let's see, can that be fixed or not? Is that something I can fix through OBS? My guess is if I get on the right doggone window. Okay, so there's the right window right there. That is moving that up and down. So what if I grab this? Nope, that didn't work. What about this one right here? Nope, that's the same thing. Well,
I'm the 5 when I went to hook up the other Yeti. I didn't break this one.
yeah, that was a concern that we sort of kind of had, actually. So yeah, I don't think. I mean, you can see right up here at the top of when it's.
Yeah, you can see a hint of the other people.
Yeah, just a tad bit. So, and I think that makes no difference if this is windowed or not. That absolutely has no bearing on
an OBS thing?
No, that's a Zoom thing. So if I take the spotlight off, then everybody shows back up on the. Let me turn this avatar off. I've taken a break from meeting. If I take Zoom off, everybody shows across. I have 9 people, and it's like the Brady Bunch.
Okay,
if I spotlight anyone, as soon as I spotlight anyone, the main person that's spotlighted shows up underneath, and everyone else is across the top on a strip.
Right.
And I don't know if that's adjustable or not.
Go back to gallery.
Do what?
I said that each user can set it back to gallery.
Right. Each user can set it back to gallery, but if I set it to gallery, does that negate the? And it does. When I set mine to gallery, it instantly takes away the spotlight. So.
No, just wondering, you're feeding this into OBS from an input signal of some type, right?
Basically, yeah, I tell OBS to go grab the Zoom window and display it on YouTube.
I'm just wondering if that signal from Zoom to OBS is getting truncated at the top for some reason.
No, possibly. I don't know.
But I don't know which one.
Stop using those big words. Oh, this is different. So I clicked on Jim and I was going to add spotlight, and I don't have that option.
But I have a question.
Does it deal with your Gmail?
No.
Does it deal with your internet speed?
No.
Ask your question.
Do I want to pay BP for the other Blue Yeti?
Hold on, I will spotlight you so we can see what you're talking about. In your left hand, you have the cover for the microphone, correct?
Yeah.
Did you buy that separately, or did it come with the Yeti?
I bought it separately.
Keep it. That is the mount that you plug into the bottom of the Yeti so you can put it on your boom arm, correct?
Yeah.
Keep it.
Okay.
You just want to sell the Blue Yeti as is. And you want to make sure you emphasize it's broken. And it's the mini USB hub. And I would just put a set price on it. I wouldn't do the bid thing or the auction thing. Those to me are useless.
Don't fill it with the cord or give them a cord too.
Keep the cord. You may need it for a backup.
But the USB cord?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. That's a tough one. William brings a good point up. You might need it for a backup, but if you sold someone a broken Yeti, well, I guess it's broken. You don't really need the cord, do you? I don't know. That's a tough one, Joshy.
Well, wouldn't that USB cord be damaged as well?
Possibly.
More than likely, yeah.
And
That
just
would
make sure
probably be
you
a-
say no cord included.
I thought it was batteries
well-
not included.
That would probably be a question for our keep, would it not?
For what? If you need to include the cord or not?
Yeah.
I think Greg and William and Jim and Brian and Chris and Jeff and Sean and myself, we can answer that. We don't need Alex's 3 cents input on it.
Okay.
William brings up a good point. Keep it, you might need a backup. Someone else brought up a good point. Wouldn't the old cord be broken as well?
Yeah, that's true.
Did
All right.
Josh, the easy way to find out the cord is bad or not without even plugging it in. When you get the new cord in, compare them.
Okay.
But if the old cord is slightly bent or the pins are misaligned, I would not want to be plugging that into the new device because that's going to raise some havoc on that port.
Yep.
Yeah.
If it's bad at all on the old one, throw the old one away.
I mean, cords are how
Cheap.
$3, $5.
Yep. Something.
You can buy them at Walgreens.
That's true.
Get them at Walmart.
Walmart's got them, yeah. I should think that anybody that's going to be wanting to buy a used Blue Yeti probably has a dozen USB cords laying around,
Yeah.
micro USB cords. I know I've got that many. The ones that I can never find the ones that I want.
I mean,
Yeah,
if you ever want one, I've only got one device I know of now that takes them, and I've got a bunch here from stuff that I no longer have. It's not a very popular connector anymore.
I've got a whole-
Garmin GPS uses it, and that's the only thing I have that I know uses it anymore.
I've got a whole bunch of them that are about 6 inches long. I swear to God. How cheap can they get? 6 inches long. I got a flashlight, a rechargeable flashlight. Comes with a USB cable, it says. You open it up and it's 6 inches long.
But I've never posted anything on eBay, so I would probably need help doing that.
$19.99. I'll help you out.
Yeah, right.
Here, you think I'm kidding?
Special. Oh no, I have a couple of those. Those are crazy, useless, absolutely useless. It's not hard to do. Do you have an eBay account, Josh?
No.
Oh,
Well, that's going to be kind of hard.
we just create an account.
I have a man.
We'll figure it out. We got a bunch of smart people in here, so I mean, just look at Sean. We got his computer up and running for him.
Yeah.
You will need a credit card that you're going to place $1 on that will refund to you.
I could sell it on Amazon, couldn't I?
No.
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 I took a bite of the grilled cheese at the wrong time. So they charge you $1 to open an account on eBay?
To verify your identity. Then they
You get the
refund
Oh,
you.
that's secure. $1 to verify your identity. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you have. Way back in the day, they used to have to give them a bank account, and they would send a 10 cents to it or debit 10 cents from it or something.
Right.
I'd rather just
Interesting.
spell it to like one of you guys, or spell it to Doug, or spell it to Jennifer, someone that I actually know, rather than someone I don't know.
I
Well,
could throw
most
it
of us
online.
have these things laying around.
I
Yeah,
could throw it online, but the shipping probably costs more than you ever get for it.
probably.
Here's an interesting one, mini USB on one end and two USB-As on the other, connected together.
Oh, from an old portable hard drive.
Yet, absolutely.
Yep.
I had
One
a,
was data and
it
one
was
was
about
power.
this. It was about this big, and they had a second one you could hook up if one of them by itself wouldn't give you enough power to make the drive spin. I don't remember what brand it was. It's long gone now.
Samsung.
I'm not sure. It was one about literally about that big, and it had pointed or sharp edge on each end of it just for style. I don't know why. And I thought I still had it, but it has grown legs or something at some point. I have an old Western digital drive, still works. It's 80 megabytes. Uses one of these style connectors.
80 megs.
Yep. I think a long time ago, the first quote big drive I had, the first computer I had was it was the second drive I had in it. I ran out of space on my 30 megabyte drive, and I bought a SCSI 1 80 megabyte drive, and I had to buy that with a matched controller because the SCSI standard hadn't been formalized yet.
Damn, Jeff, you go way back.
So that was around 1988 or 89.
I thought I was bad. My first hard drive was 120 megabyte IDE, 5400 RPM. Not 4400, but it was 5400. You
I
can
don't
count
remember
them.
what the speed was. Mine was, I don't remember.
I got a message
original
now if he's done with bad.
standard. It used what they call MFM encoding. Or Shugart was the original manufacturer of that type of drive or something. I could look it up online someplace, but I had a friend who had an XT clone and one of those old drives, and it started acting up on him. So he left the side of the case open. There was a thing that he could reach in and stick a finger in there and start the drive to spin, and then it would start up. It had what they called the stiction problem. Once it got going, it was fine. But in those days, the heads sometimes would drag on the drive when it came to rest.
That's no problem. It'll buff out.
I'm gonna go
First
ahead
hard
and
drive I had was a 40 megabyte hard drive. Cost me $250.
wow.
I had this was an 8 megahertz 286 CPU, and I had it's either a 10 or a 12 megahertz 287 coprocessor. It was sold on a separate Addian board. If you wanted to do floating point calculations, which I did, you could buy this little board from Microway, which was an outfit that specialized in mathematical related stuff for computers.
Who remember the Timex Syncor?
Timex what?
Syncor.
Oh, no.
It was a little plastic computer with keyboard that you either type in your programs or you load them off cassette tape.
Okay. Well, some of the first IBM PCs had the option to load from cassette tape.
And it had a Z80 processor in it.
Oh yeah. I can't remember what they were. I had a friend that was doing some consulting work way back when, and this was prior to the IBM PCs coming out, and they used 8080 or Z80 processors in them. I don't remember which.
I'm going to go ahead.
Or something. I don't remember now. It's been too many years.
I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. I've got the email up. If you would like to join us on the after stream Zoom or the streaming Zoom for that matter, send me an email to that address at kstoutzoom z00m@gmail, and we will work out the details of getting you vetted to join us or not. We have a new chat, Valiant Thor at work saving the world random channel surfing. Okay. I like that. Before I leave, Alex is wanting back in. I'll let him back in a minute. I'm going to give out some goodbyes to everyone. I saw that Bobby Warren was first. There's a cute little story on that later. William Dawson was there. John Aloy Sr. was actually here on a rare Thursday night because he's got a 4-day weekend. Tony Walla, Wintermute, Yates Network. Boy, Tom K was joining us tonight out of Phoenix. I think I've got Zenjack joins us. I have no idea where he's at. Brian Lightfoot, Jeff, Jim, Greg, Mike Wojek was there. Good to see you guys. I also saw some new names. I was actually watching the premiere. I saw a couple new names on there, which is good. I appreciate it.
You're now up to 255.
I'm going to look as soon as I end the stream. And I'm doing that in 3, 2, 1. And I sure hope it ends because unlike the mute button debacle last night,